Hey guys, Marsingin here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so tonight we have the release of the DAIMA collaboration event, the GLORIO and Super Saiyan Mini Goku, releasing on both versions of the game. The banner is releasing earlier than banners have been releasing recently. I mentioned this in the data download video that I posted earlier, but this video will be going up at 10 PM UK time. The banners are going to be out 4 hours from now, 4 hours from the release of this video. If you're watching this as soon as it comes out, shout out to the notification gang. But the banner 3 hours earlier than normal. It's been 5 AM for these normal Dokkan Fest and Carnival banners for me recently. So 2 AM for me is what? 9 PM EST, and then like 6 PM PST. So good timing for the US guys, 6 PM or 9 PM. 2 AM for me, so I will be staying up for the banner to come out so I can do my summons, do the 55% showcases, and then probably just go to bed and then get up and do the rest of the new events like the Super Battle Road and all that stuff a little bit later on. Start trying the guys out on some other team builds and all that good stuff. But yeah, the banner comes out at 2 AM or 9 PM or 6 PM or wherever else you are. You guys know, whatever time banners have been coming out for you recently, it's 3 hours before that. So, the wiki doesn't show the images like the card arts for some reason, but Goku and GLORIO, should you summon for them? Should you skip them? These videos, as we head into the last part of this year, going into the next year, obviously the summon or skip videos have had a very similar trend, right, as we talk about these things. The anniversary is the huge thing that everyone should have their sights set on, especially for global players, where for us it's the first time that the anniversary has been so soon after the worldwide celebration, Heroes, the December Carnival, the New Year Dual Dokkan Fest, which obviously these guys are. Because global, we're used to this stuff coming out. I mean, obviously the New Year Dual Dokkan Fest comes out a little bit later, but worldwide celebration, Heroes, the December Carnival, like that was same time last year, and then we know we have like a few months to wait and build back up for the anniversary if that's what you want to do. Whereas obviously now the anniversary units are going to be coming out at the same time for both versions of the game, and the login bonus unit for last year, the official start of the celebration, came out on the 28th of January, which means we are going by today like a month and 2 days away from the anniversary officially starting. So of course that's a huge thing to consider when it comes to summoning. As always, like I say in these videos, this advice is for people who are free to play or who are low spenders on the game. Obviously if you are a whale, a collector, somebody that's like really into Daima and like you really want to summon, then you know, I'm sure regardless of the points we go over in this video, you're going to throw some summons at the banner anyway. But this is more so for the people who are on the fence, people who have to use their stones as smart as possible, right, to get the best value out of them. Now, Goku and GLORIO are really, really good. We don't know what the 10th anniversary power creep is going to be like, but some of these recent releases like Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and these guys clearly have been designed with the next level of bosses in mind because of how good they can be. Goku seems like he's not quite as good as GLORIO, but he's obviously good in his own ways. One of the big things for him is that he raises allies' attack by 41% for 2 turns with his super attack effect, and he can potentially triple super in a turn, which means if that does happen, all the units on the next rotation get 123% attack support. So then if you have like another support unit on the rotation or something as well, like those units on the next turn can be going absolutely crazy. And this obviously really helps as well when it comes to any characters that have like an active skill that does damage, because they'll be getting this 123% buff from Goku if they're on the next turn, and then their active skill is going to hit really hard. So he's definitely very good. Has built-in chance to dodge, built-in damage reduction. I think people were overlooking his like defensive capabilities. He can get out to some decent numbers whilst also having a lot of dodge and the damage reduction as well. The quicker he dodges a certain number of attacks, the more powerful he becomes as well, which is, you know, if you get the right attack placement in the first turn, you can potentially fully max him out in 1 turn, and then he'll just start going crazy from turn 3. And then he has the active skill that does big damage as well. So Goku's very, very good. GLORIO actually seems insane. He, from the calcs and like stuff that I've seen and little like screenshots and stuff, because obviously the data download came out, people have been able to do the private server stuff. He seems absolutely ridiculous. Like on turn 1, he can do multiple supers and get up to being like over 20, even up to potentially even like 30 million attack stat in the first turn. And yeah, he's just absolutely insane. He has built-in chance to dodge. In slot 2 or 3, he's getting extra attacks. Every super attack he does gives him a permanent buff as well, which I think is a new mechanic, right? So every super he gets, he's just permanently getting stronger and stronger. And then if you... Is it slot 3 he's a support unit? All allies key 1, attack and defense 50% for 3 turns as the third attacker in the turn. Attack and defense 50% for 3 turns. So you float him off, and then on that turn, he's giving everyone on that rotation the 50%, then the next turn, then the next turn, and then he's back again. So if you're putting him in slot 3 every time, your entire team has 50% attack and defense every turn from his first turn onwards, as long as you're just putting him in slot 3 every time, which is insane. He also has an extra 10% chance to dodge up to 30% with each super attack he performs in the turn, but he has a built-in 50% chance to dodge. So if he does 3 supers in a turn, he has an 80% chance to dodge. So bear in mind in slot 3, again going back to the calcs that we've seen, in slot 3 you can get a bunch of super attacks off, have like 2, 3, even 4 million defense with an 80% chance to dodge while providing everyone on the team 50% support and doing like 30 million attack stats himself. Like, he's insane. Like, he's the best TUR in the game, like for free from the stuff that I've seen. Be interesting to see how good he is at 55%. Now, obviously that makes him a very tempting summon because he is very, very good. But as I said, you do have to think very carefully about your stones. And the other big thing to consider as well is if we take a look at the actual banner. So this is the banner for Goku, this is the banner for Glorio. We don't know the full lineup, obviously we can only see the 5 characters. Hopefully it's only an 8 featured unit banner and not 10, but we can see the 5 units that are featured. We have the previous New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest, the Harudagon and Dragon Fist Goku. Then we have the Golden Week characters, Int Fat Boo and AGL Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. We also have the 2021 New Year Dual Dokkan Fest characters, Physical Goku and STR Kid Boo. I did a video talking about them already earlier today. I think that they are on the banner potentially because they could easy A in this celebration. And then we also have the, what were they, 2022 New Year's. We have the Piccolo and Gohan. They're in kind of a weird spot where they've kind of dropped off now. Although it'd be funny because Gohan's on Glorio's 200% lead for demonic power and getting all that ridiculous support. He could maybe be kind of good again. And like Orange Piccolo, he hung in there for quite a while. Got a little bit of a resurgence with like the physical trio team by getting so much of a massive boost to his raw defense, but they're kind of in a spot where they're a bit outdated now. So the banners themselves, a lot of these units have returned recently, like the Goku and Harudagon and the Goku and Fat Boo. So in terms of overall value, I don't think the banners are insanely good. Now for the 350 hours, which is what, 15 days, something like that, we have the 3+1. Oh, it'll be 2 weeks, right? I think it's 14 days. 3+1 summons. And we also know, thanks to our boy Proton, that we do have tickets in the data download. So we don't know yet, as I said in the video earlier, whether these are tickets that you get by summoning on the banner for free. This is obviously only in reference to Global, unfortunately, JP. No tickets for you guys. Because in the past, these banners have had the do a multi-summon and you get 3 tickets. So once you've done the 3+1 rotation, you end up with 9 tickets. They always do that as an odd number to incentivize you to do another summon, so you get another couple of tickets, and then that lets you do the 10 ticket multi, which still has the guaranteed SSR, or you could just take the 9 tickets and do 9 singles. Not a big fan of singles personally. I don't think I've ever pulled anything good off of like a single ticket pull, but tickets are a thing. Obviously, if you are a spending player, there should be purchasable ticket packs that will be available to buy as well. I've had relatively decent luck with some of the tickets recently for banners, so I'll definitely be picking up a couple of these to do some summons on the banners as well. But like I said, when we look at the actual banners themselves, and then we start looking at like the characters that are actually on the banners, Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, still really, really good. Buu Saga is a crazy team that's gotten a ton of buffs, especially with the Carnival LR Gotenks. This guy's still one of the best TURs in the game, so obviously he brings a lot of value to the banner. The Fat Boo on the other banner, of course, is still really good as well. The Buu team, especially with the buff, like the release of the Tech Buuhan, is really, really good. So these two units from Golden Week this year are still very, very strong. Dragon Fist Goku I still think is really good. Being added to Buu Saga recently put his stocks up quite a bit as well. I still really like this unit. I always thought he was underrated, so he is really, really good. Then, of course, Harudagon. I mean, he is a bit of a meme. He fully relies on dodge RNG. So, you know, fights like Goku and Frieza, where you have the physical phase with Frieza and 17 where you can't dodge, he absolutely can get frauded out. But he can be a unit that's good. I remember on his release, people talking about him being bad. And it does come down to the dodge RNG, because on his release, I definitely had runs against events where he would transform, basically dodge everything, drop a couple of big attack stats in a turn, and all of that looks really good, right? And then you have the runs where you go in and he just doesn't dodge any attacks and gets absolutely destroyed. So he is a very RNG unit, but he's still decent and he's on some okay teams, but obviously he doesn't have as much value as the previous three. And then obviously we have these two guys that we talked about who could potentially get an EZA. We have the Gohan and the Piccolo. But I don't think they bring a huge amount of value to the banner. Obviously, we won't know straight away whether these guys are going to EZA. If they don't, then they are basically just dead pulls on the banner as well. If they do, then obviously they add a lot of value to the banners alongside these other, like, better, more recent units. So overall, when it comes to these guys, you know, they've been doing it a lot lately. They did it with the Gotenks, they did it with Buhan, they did it with Lord Slug. These banners in this last part of the year have been what I would call the absolute definition of bait banners, where the units are really, really good. So you obviously are really tempted to summon for them because they are so good. But with the anniversary right around the corner, I don't think it's going to be a surprise to anyone when I say that you should skip these banners. If you are free to play or a low spending player, like maybe you spend a few dollars here and there, I would still say don't summon on the banner. If you're someone who maybe buys, like, you spend a little bit of money, maybe you buy like the cheap ticket pack every time just to give it a try. Like they very often do the one for a few dollars where it's like 5 tickets and it just gives you one 5-ticket multi. I've seen people pull the new units off of that one 5-ticket multi before. So that kind of thing, that's obviously down to your personal discretion. But if you're someone who doesn't spend any money on the game at all, you are free to play, then the things like that aren't going to be a factor for you anyway. So when it comes to summoning on the actual banners, as good as Goku and Glorio are, I would say the best bet is to skip, especially because the New Year Dual Dokkan Fest characters usually return on the Golden Week banners. And I think I saw someone say the other day, with the amount of episodes that are left for Daima, it's probably going to end around the time that we then get Golden Week. So there is the possibility that Golden Week is a Daima Dual Dokkan Fest, maybe representing the final battle of the series with the two characters, and then Glorio and Goku will return on those banners, and then that banner potentially has better value to summon for. So there's a lot of things to bear in mind. These guys are absolutely insane, but I think for the most part you are best off saving your stones. With how good these units have been, think how insane like the 10th anniversary LRs are going to be. The 10th anniversary celebration will almost undoubtedly be the best celebration in the history of the game. I think the 9th anniversary probably holds that record, like holds that title at the moment, but I can't see the 10th anniversary not surpassing that in like every way, right? So I think saving is your best bet. If you're a whale or a dolphin, or you just drop some money here and there, maybe you always buy the ticket packs, but you save your stones when it comes to these like filler ones, then obviously that's down to you. But these guys are super good. If you're only going to summon for one, like if you just wanted to throw 150 stones and try like a 3+1 rotation and see how it goes, I would say Glorio, as we've already said, is like the best TUR in the game. So maybe give his banner a go. To him having the 200% demonic power lead is going to be quite fun, because he has the other leader skill as well. So there's a bunch of other characters that will fit onto here. Like the Goku is obviously on Glorio's team. And then you can have a bunch of like demonic power. Obviously, the issue is Glorio is a super class and demonic power is mostly extreme class characters. But you definitely are going to make some interesting team builds. So we will be trying that out for sure if we manage to pull these guys. Like even me, myself, like I don't want to go too crazy. So if I get really bad luck on the banners, like I won't be summoning you know, infinite amounts until I get them. So hopefully we'll get good luck. But I will be live to summon tonight when the banners come out. Like I say, the banners will be out 4 hours after this video drops. I'll probably be live like half an hour before, just setting up and everything. So hopefully I will see you guys there. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Are you summoning? Are you skipping? What do you think of Glorio and Goku? What do you think of their banners? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.